India, bad choice for vacation. It's just too crowded. I would never go there. It's like crowded places. It makes me anxious. I would probably never go. Scream for heels. Thank you.
Please. No, sorry. Please. No. Out. Call your friend. Call your friend.
This gorgeous Korean travel blogger just shared her recent trip to India. And man, what started as an exciting adventure turned into a complete nightmare. In just a few days, she dealt with non-stop stalking, creepy harassment, and
why?
scam after scam. And if that wasn't bad enough, the whole thing ended with a nasty car accident. She went there curious about a different culture, but instead got a crash course in misery. One thing after another kept going wrong, pushing her deeper into despair until she finally broke down crying on camera, shouting, "I hate India."
Are you fine, man?
Yeah, I'm crying.
Why?
Guys, I hate India.
So she lands in New Delhi, India's capital. And on her first day, she
Gemini.
decides to take a stroll and check out the local scene. But before she knows
Gemini.
it, this seemingly innocent woman and a bunch of kids surround her. Before she can even process what's happening, they're quickly dabbing colorful marks on her forehead and cheeks. At first, she thinks it's some kind of local cultural thing, but she quickly realizes something's not right. Hands start reaching out demanding money.
Oh no.
And get this, one of the kids actually tries to stick his hand right into her bag. What seemed like a friendly
It's not
welcome
common, but
instantly turns into choice
it's
was
not-
about to cause her.
Oh my god. What did I do? It's not common, but sometimes it happens in Turkey too. Like people drop their brush. The people who like clean your shoes and like make it like better. They drop their brush on purpose, and when you like turn it back to them, they're like, "Oh, thank you so much, thank you so much. I'm so grateful." And then they start to like paint your shoe and to clean it up, and then you think he's doing that because he is so grateful that you gave him his brush back, but the actual reason he's just a scammer because he's like, "Oh, I just did it, and you have to pay me for that." But like, bro, you didn't even tell me that it was a service at the beginning. My zodiac is Gemini. I'm Gemini. Worst possible place to travel? I think
not
so.
right. Hands start reaching out demanding money. And get this, one of the kids actually tries to stick his hand right into her bag. What seemed
Oh,
like a
no.
friendly welcome instantly turns into this elaborate scam. These kids were acting like total brats, and she felt genuinely
annoying.
scared for the first time. They were like a pack of hungry wolves, ready to pounce and grab whatever they could get their hands on.
Honestly,
Luckily,
pack of
there was a
wolves.
cop nearby on duty, so she rushes over for help. But even with the police trying to shoo them away, these kids just wouldn't quit. They kept
That's so
following her
freaking
around
annoying.
like they were silently saying no money, no freedom. This
the
blatant
fuck?
harassment left her feeling both furious and helpless. And her impression of the city was already getting pretty dark. Some good people couldn't stand watching this anymore and stepped in to help chase the kids away. But these little troublemakers were like sticky tape that just wouldn't come off. They were obviously part of some organized operation and had
That's
developed
definitely an
seriously
organized
thick skin.
operation.
They weren't scared of anyone's threats. And some locals
so
even
dangerous.
tried bribing them with tips. Seeing her getting surrounded by more and more people, she had no choice but to buy a ticket and hide inside a tourist attraction to finally shake off those
Better.
persistent little scammers.
Oh,
But
God.
just when she thought she could safely leave, right outside the attraction, she gets
Okay, better.
targeted by a group of students. They start following her, constantly shouting, "Wait up," which made her pretty nervous at first. But she quickly figured out these students just wanted to take a selfie with a foreigner. Right after the photo, this sketchy-looking Indian dude slides up to her. She immediately goes on high
Oh
alert,
no.
clearly refusing
First
whatever
type
he
of
wanted
people.
and telling him to
Just
back
leave
off.
her alone.
But this guy had thicker skin than a bathroom wall and just wouldn't leave. Even when she told him she was recording, he didn't care one bit and kept being a total pest. Finally, when he realized he
Oh my god, how can they be so like relaxed and doing it with no shame? Look at his face, like doesn't care. I just don't care. I'm just next to you. I'm gonna harass you. I'm gonna be just here. Just accept me. You have any other choice. You don't have any choice. Just accept me. Oh, are we alive? Are we alive? Or does people see me? No, I don't care. I don't care. I'm just happy to be here. because I see a beautiful woman and I have to follow her.
Wasn't getting anywhere, he actually tried to grab her hand. She wasn't having any of that and quickly dodged out of the way. But that was just the beginning. Her fair skin made her stand out like a sore thumb in the crowd. And every single day she went out, groups of men would just stare at her with these intense looks. Even though single day she went out, groups of men would just stare at her with these intense.
What is this? Like, guys, like, bro, what are you looking at? Who are you laughing at? Who are you smiling to? Who? Do you know her? No. Is she your friend? No. Is she your sister? No. Your family? No. It's a stranger. Like, how odd.
Intense looks.
Why?
Even though she was used to getting attention, it still felt super uncomfortable. What made it even worse was that kids started harassing her too. While walking down the street, some little boy suddenly pushes up against her and actually touches her. Even though they caught the kid red-handed, this was their turf. And in the end, the kid didn't rat out his buddies. She had to just swallow her anger and let him go. Turns out, in India, as long as you're the opposite gender, countless men will try to get close to you. Even though she found it incredibly annoying, the trip had to go on. The next day it was seriously hot, so she threw on a t-shirt and shorts to go sightseeing.
No, don't tell me t-shirt and shorts. Oh no. There's already a lot of men in the world. They think if you show any of your skin that you deserve any type of harassment. They think this way. And if you even don't wear anything, if you give a sign that you're a woman, that you're a female, they will stare at you already. And this is horrible.
Completely unaware that this outfit choice was about to cause her way more trouble. While walking around, this street food stall caught her eye. There were quite a few people sitting there, so she decided to give it a try. The vendor enthusiastically invited her to sit down and taste the food. As for how it tasted, well, let's just say the extra experience that came with this meal was way more memorable than the actual food. The more she ate, the more something fell off. No wonder she kept smelling this awful stench. She looks up and realizes the stall is directly across from a 5-star public restroom. She just shook her head in disbelief, quickly left.
Wait, what? What happened? So they were selling the food, like the leftover food from that restaurant?
And wandered into the local neighborhood. However, her casual summer outfit immediately
Oh my god. Why? What is this look? Like this guy, literally, he looked her like this, and then turned around and looked the other way. Why? And smiling, all the teeth out, smiling. He. Do I know you? No, but still looking at
even
them.
more attention from men. They stared at her without any shame.
And like this?
Their looks direct and bold.
I don't like
She
it.
tried to ignore the discomfort, spent 30 rupees on some fresh-cut papaya from a street vendor, hoping the food would distract her. After just a few steps, this guy in a red shirt comes up to her trying to sell ear cleaning services. She'd already seen this type of scam online, so she firmly turned him down and kept walking, wanting to experience the real side of the city. As evening approached and she was getting ready to head back to her hotel, she suddenly noticed this girl in black following her. At first, she didn't think much of it, figuring the girl was just looking for a bus. But when she casually glanced back, she realized the girl was still trailing behind her. Her heart started racing, sensing something was wrong. She deliberately picked up her pace, and wouldn't you know it, the girl sped up too. The distance between them kept getting smaller. When she suddenly turned around, the girl pretended to be looking at something else and slowed down. Finally, she'd had enough and turned around to confront her directly.
What? Hey, what? You want to say something to me?
You want to say something?
Then why are you keep following me?
You want to say something? मतलब कुछ बोलना है क्या इसे?
Why are you keep following me? You want to say something to me?
Even girls are following her.
Okay.
The girl in black's intentions were pretty obvious. She was there to steal something, but got busted before she could pull it off. Feeling the danger, she decided to get out of that area immediately, but the taxi drivers started jacking up their prices. The ride-sharing app clearly showed 100 rupees, but the drivers were asking for double. She didn't want to spend the extra money, so she ended up choosing
What is
some Indian
200
guy's motorcycle.
200 rupee. Oh, just $2. Not a problem. Lawrence, thank you for follow.
Even though she felt uneasy
Bye-bye.
about it, she needed to get away fast, so she gritted her teeth and got on. The girl was still pretty pleased with herself for negotiating the price down, completely unaware that trouble was creeping up on her. She put on that helmet that was all shiny with hair grease, climbed onto the motorcycle with excitement, her laughter ringing through the air. But just when she thought everything was going smoothly, some random guy forcefully squeezed onto the bike.
What
Now
the?
she's sandwiched between two men.
What the fuck? Why?
Left and right, making her feel incredibly awkward and uncomfortable. While she's still confused about what's happening, the driver tells her that the guy who squeezed on was trying to steal her phone. That's when it really hit her how messed up this was.
Oh,
The capital
no.
city of New Delhi had so many bad people it was ridiculous. Knowing she couldn't stay there any longer, the next day she bought some snacks and caught a long-distance bus to Jaipur. The bus environment was pretty rough and dirty, but the 3 passengers she was traveling with were actually pretty cool. They even gave her bananas and other snacks. They were chatting and taking photos to pass the time. But right when the bus got on the highway, another incident happened.
That's chill.
She and this Indian guy got kicked off the bus by the driver.
Why?
She was totally confused and asked, "Isn't this the highway?" But the bus just drove away without looking back. The crazy part is she wasn't even scared. She actually thought it was kind of interesting.
Why?
Passing truck drivers kept slowing down, saying they could give her a ride, but the men couldn't get on. Obviously, she wasn't about to get in a truck by herself. After walking along the highway for a while, they finally got help from a good Samaritan who gave them a ride. After
This is so
dealing with that
dangerous.
mess all night, the next day she got back on another bus. When she got off the bus, a natural outdoor restroom warmly welcomed her arrival. She found a rickshaw and agreed on 50 rupees to get to her hotel, but turns out the driver had those classic Indian jeans too. He went back on his word and demanded 100
Oh, no.
rupees. Looking across the street at her hotel, she thought she was finally starting a fresh, new chapter of her journey. But she had no idea that the very
Oh no. Like, it is so stupid. Like, he said, okay, 50 rupee, and then when you're there, he says, no, it is 100. Then you think about it, it is not fair, so you should not give the money, like, away. But if you don't, what if he attacks? What if he has friends there? You don't know that country, you don't know anything.
next day, when she stepped outside, she'd get knocked down by a motorcycle. This guy in blue was driving recklessly and slammed right into her, sending her flying. Her tailbone was in serious pain and she couldn't even get up. There were tons of people watching, but the guy who hit her just stood there from a distance, not even bothering to come over and check on her. Fortunately,
no.
there happened to be a documentary film crew nearby. When they saw what happened, they immediately came over to help. They had an ambulance and emergency medical equipment with them, so she got quickly loaded up and checked out. The police
That's
showed up
stressing
to
me
handle
out.
the situation and caught the guys who caused the accident. After some back and forth, she suggested that the person who hit her should take her to the hospital for a full checkup. She was worried something might be wrong with her spine. After filling out the police report, the cop actually told the guy who hit her to take her to the hospital on his motorcycle. She thought that was absolutely ridiculous. She was in serious pain, and they still wanted her to ride a motorcycle. The guy's friend kept reassuring the police that everything would be fine. She had no choice but to get on the bike.
Oh,
Even
no,
more
that's
frustrating,
crazy.
the guy who caused the accident was still driving dangerously, chatting with his friend along the way like nothing had happened. When they got to the local hospital, supposedly the best one around, this
Like,
doctor
does those people don't like? Do they not have any like good parent? What parenting is this? Like, why are they so irresponsible? What is happening?
who
Why?
claimed to be a department head examined her. She emphasized that her lower back was really hurting, but the doctor seemed pretty careless. Actually, he was being incredibly half-hearted about it. He just briefly felt around the painful area, decided there was no bleeding, and said some painkillers would do the trick. She was stunned and asked for a full examination, at least a CT scan, but the doctor insisted she go home and take the medicine first. If it got worse, she could come back tomorrow. She was completely baffled, took the medicine, and got sent back to her hotel. After resting for a day,
Is
the
that a
shock
hotel?
and emotional stress caught up with her, and she got sick in this foreign country. Her voice was hoarse, her forehead was slightly warm, and she clearly had a fever. Being in this foreign place, she felt more helpless than ever before. So she made a snap decision to go home immediately. As she got on
she's
the
even
motorcycle to
late.
the airport, her eyes welled up with tears, and she felt this wave of sadness wash over her. This whole experience had been like a nightmare, leaving her physically and emotionally drained. All she wanted was to get out of this place as fast as possible.
I hate India!
I hate India? Why? What are you saying? Why you hate India? Why hate India?
Imagine
A lot of people
making someone says that hating their country in front of people.
want to scammer
That's
me.
how horrible it is.
Scam everywhere,
Yeah,
everyone.
you are so beautiful. That's why.
No way.
What the fuck?
No.
The reason is that I'm a foreigner.
Yeah, that.
Man, what a crazy journey that was, right? This Korean blogger went from being all excited about her India trip to literally breaking down on camera. I mean, after everything she went through, honestly, I get it. You know what really hit me though? Those kids constantly hassling tourists for money. Like, it just breaks my heart, you know? These little ones should be running around playing, not out there trying to scam foreigners just to survive. But dude, mad props to this blogger. She's tough as nails for keeping that camera rolling through all that chaos. Takes real courage, for real. Oh, but hold up. Before you bounce, I gotta tell you about this other video I just dropped. It's about another Korean blogger, but this time she went to rural China, and
Nice.
oh my god, the difference is just, wow. So get this, the kids there, instead of asking for money, they're literally sharing their snacks with her and showing her how to wash her hands in the stream. I'm talking genuine smiles, locals giving free rides, beautiful roads, even in the middle of nowhere. It's like a completely different
It
planet
does.
compared to what we just saw in India. Trust me on this one. After watching what happened in India, the China video is going to make you feel so much better about humanity. Anyway, what
Like, I get it. There is probably like good people in India, but probably most men are just horrible there. At least, I don't know. I would never go there. And after seeing all those like bad experiences in India, if there is still some women going to there, and if they're getting in trouble, it is their fault. I'm sorry, but it's your fault. If you are going there and knowing what's going to be happening to you but still crying about it, keep crying because it's your fault.